Welcome back to Workers and Resources. Last time we finished our second trumpet interchange, and what are we going to do next? Well, mostly checking how traffic is going to behave, because this is like access to a lot of parking lots, and deciding on if we should have more residential buildings. We still don't have a lot of people living here. Only 1,060 workers. They're doing okay, could be better. I guess what we could give them is like some more attraction buildings to deal with their desire to get some culture and some, well, basically be a little bit more happy. Could squeeze a zoo in here. I think a few culture buildings might be appropriate, and then maybe we can find some way to add more residential buildings, maybe on this side. We remove the footpath. Palace of Communism is too large for this time. But the Museum of the Republic could be a thing. Pyramid Museum, also very large. Maybe a theater? Too large. Concert hall is okay. Could fit that in here. Dance hall is maybe more appropriate. I don't know. Definitely no sightseeing tower, that would be overshadowed by the residential building blocks. And I think a zoo right here would be a bit bad because of the pollution. Speaking of pollution, traffic seems to not create too much. Everything is green in this area, just the heating plant having a little bit of pollution and affecting the prison. There was a traffic jam somewhere, it's fine. I don't know. Don't want a zoo. I think we'll make a concert hall in here. Sorry, dance hall. That one seemed to fit quite nicely. Not sure if we need road access to build it. I guess we're gonna find out. If we don't need it, then I will not make a road connection. See what it does. And the potential for a residential building in this area to expand our workforce. Another large one could be a thing. Maybe one over here. So if you plop down another residential building, could have two of them right here, but they would be too close, I think. Might be able to fit two of them of these in and then stagger them a little. Doesn't look that great. I think not putting them too close together and offsetting them a little, like this, would be okay. Now, right now, all the other buildings appear to be full. Almost full. And the new workers will move into other buildings. Maybe these ones, which currently seem to have issues with like access to our town. Another parking lot could deal with that, potentially. We should have enough cars to allow them access to our city. Maybe just one more to make sure that everyone can get there would help. I think it's gonna be fine. Just a few people that can't get what they need, I guess. Some children can't go to school. That is not a concern to us, because if they get to full age, then they can take a car and drive to school, I guess. And yeah, the main issue is still the traffic. These parking lots might need changing, all of them. There's too many intersections, I think. It's really difficult to get out of these parking lots. Gas station, also very busy. Having that one in here could be a problem, I guess. Shouldn't be. Like, you could turn left and use that lane to merge into the road, but they don't like that. Okay, the construction office can be done by people walking into the construction site via footpath, and also sending vehicles in there from that way. So we don't need the road connection, it's going to be okay. Negative degrees have started. Heating plant is doing fine, at least for now. The traffic to these parking lots seems pretty good. I think I'll start rebuilding the parking lots in this area. We will have to start by probably doing these ones, since they have no residential parking in this area. And then we can have one intersection, probably from here, since the left-hand turn should be a one-way. Then we can use a road coming out this way and spreading out into different directions to assign themselves to a bunch of parking lots. And I think I will use the slow parking lots, because it seems like the fast ones, I would have assumed there's way more throughput here, but that's not actually the case, so we're going to use slow parking lots instead. Which will be a thing. Nope. So over here we have 4 on this side, 5 on this side, and traffic seems to be acceptable. I think I'll do the same thing here, where we have 4 up here, 4 up here. So in total, too many parking lots. But maybe it's going to work fine. And then all of these other surrounding parking lots can be replaced. Or, well, thrown down, and hopefully they can all go here with the excess amount of parking lots. There should be footpaths, and if it's not possible, there will be a road connecting this, but no road traffic through these roads. So they will have to go through the central road. But residences can still walk up here. So that would be the initial design of the centralized parking. With the potential of some more parking lots in this area, or maybe up here. This, I don't know yet. There doesn't seem to be too much room in this area. We'll see. Get this started. It's a right hand to turn into this area and a right hand to get out of this area, so... Or going straight into the refueling station. I think the refueling station should be removed. We have one outside, and they can get to one of the gas stations and turn around and go back to the town. I think I'll temporarily try and deactivate this by turning this into a one-way road that doesn't actually accept any vehicles. So we'll see if cars then use a different method of refueling, or if some of the vehicles stop and can't move anymore. Set that up as an initial parking lot. We have the ability to go through here into more parking, maybe, if we need to. Hopefully not. Distances are getting quite large. And we'll see if we can replace the other existing parking lots with those. If they can reach, which most likely they can't. But the residential buildings down here are supposed to use these parking lots, whereas this one will be the test bed for the parking lots up here. And maybe we can have some residential buildings on this side as well. So this one could be moved on this side, I guess, as a residential building. Closing off the roundabout around the commercial district for road connections, so we don't accidentally make more intersections than we should have. Distance into this parking lot is probably going to be too far, but we can use a road connection going down here and hooking up parking lots in this area that then also have footpath connection. We just shouldn't let them into the roundabout directly. They should all gather up here. This intersection would become quite busy, potentially. We'll see. Alright, stop braking and go into the intersection. It's fine. Maybe traffic speed should be limited in this area also, so they have an easier time of getting out onto the road. We'll try that by limiting traffic speed in this area. Also maybe 50. We'll see if that helps. And I guess we're going to reduce traffic speed on this lane also, just to create a traffic jam here, I guess. But, well, reducing the noise, I guess, in the area. I've received a few complaints that, man, if this game had noise pollution, that would be quite too much, probably. Our professors are hovering around 35 and above, as they should, because that's the minimum. But looks like they aren't increasing in loyalty too much. Maybe the dance hall building will take their mind off of things. So far, traffic is still looking okay. Over here, this intersection up here, we have a lot of cars that are trying to turn around for, I don't know why. They're going here, turning around. Or are they just trying to turn left? They're turning left, okay. The right of way is that way. And back onto the road. So cars on this exit have priority. Then cars leaving this area. Domestic fuel storage is almost completely filled, after which any excess fuel will be pumped into our export line. We haven't exported anything in quite a while, but thanks to our brilliant strategy of exploiting the US border, US customs, we still have a lot of money. So if this thing works fine and we get like 2 or 3 more buildings here, we have doubled our population inside the commercial district, which isn't really what I wanted. I wanted the people to live outside of the commercial district. So I guess we should also think about having another residential block attempt somewhere outside here. That's a large heat pumping station, right? Yeah, and then it goes into a small pipe. So we could take this heat pumping station and have it pump into a residential block right here. So then we could just use a dedicated heating pipe, I guess. The the one thing that we could do is upgrading this town with some large-scale buildings and see how it develops. If they all use the parking lots. The parking lots right now are not used that much, but the houses are also barely filled. So there is a lot of room for people to move into these buildings, with like the open flats still available. There was an overview for open flats somewhere. At some point I might find it again. Free flats, oh that icon, right. So you can see there's plenty of room to move into this town even without us plopping down more residential buildings. At least for now. Right now would be a good time because mostly no one is in here and it is easy to relocate people into other flats to tear down some of the residential buildings, but yeah. Maybe we could start with this area. Get all of these buildings removed. Start urbanizing. I don't like how it stutters whenever I bulldoze an existing residential building from the map that has existed previously. It's kind of strange. If I remove the footpaths first, does it not stutter anymore? Basically going to free up this whole block here. Leave these, I guess. Okay, now it doesn't stutter anymore. There's a lot of recycled materials we could be getting from these buildings. Anyway. This should be replaced by like a large heat exchanger anyway. So I guess that's the first change we're going to make. New heat exchanger in this area. And then hook that one up. It is April. We could do that right now. Remove the other heat exchanger. And I think I'm going to do that. It's April, there shouldn't be any snow, right? So just going to be a little bit fresh. It's fine. Alright. So a large heat exchanger. Is that fine enough to reach everything? It should, right? Yeah. And then get a large underground heating pipe. How long do we have? This is too long, this is fine. So we have some spare distance if we want to maybe be a little bit more careful with things, but I guess the only thing I really want to do is go underground and leave room for eventual changes to the terrain. That should be good enough. So all these people in here, right? Yeah. Happiness, unable to get food, meat and clothes. Well, we have access to the parking lots. I think we're going to drop down maybe a medium-sized residential building in this area and see if people move in and how they feel about things. See if they start filling this up. Maybe we can put in some parking lots in the area. And see if we can develop that into a livable place for people. And then they should drive into town for shopping, and that will increase the traffic on the straight road, which is the best, I guess. And it will put more strain onto this intersection, which is not ideal. I wonder if that one could be a roundabout. Probably need to change it so a one-way sign prevents the 30 zone from showing up going into the other direction. Shall I increase the amount of people being allowed to work in the oil refinery? I don't think we have unemployment issues in here yet. Oh, we have a few. Okay. We'll increase this to 150 and see if people get a little bit more active with their car usage. 2 of the 3 buildings are completely full. One of them has 6 more slots for workers, I guess. And yeah, I guess I'll also slow down traffic inside the village over here. Make this a 50 zone as well. What road did I forget? Shouldn't have forgotten any. You're pointing inward, you are... There's a dirt road with the... Oh, that one is pointing the wrong way. Sorry. Right. There we go. Now the town is a 50 zone. So far no issues with like the gas station being deactivated. We'll unassign the fuel distribution and probably bulldoze it in a more recent time. Fuel almost filled up. Still nothing in the train. Could use more workers in here. Well, things are being built, so everything seems to be getting work done. Was a fire that I just right-clicked instead of left-click? I hope it wasn't anything important. Oh, just the construction office for workers, right. No, that's fine. And it got extinguished. No harm. Traffic jam. This area, oh my god. This road is too much again, I guess. They can use it to get back into town, but not... not into this intersection. If they want to go there, they have to go, I guess, here. And this one should probably be a one-way road as well. That's pretty bad. They're using that road. Oh, I guess if I turn that one into a one-way road, they might still turn off this way. No personal cars that way. No personal cars into that intersection. Or along that road, I guess. They're not supposed to drive this way into a parking lot over here. That's ridiculous. They are supposed to go in here. But that also explains why maybe the traffic wasn't as bad in this area right now. Criminality of 8200, so we have someone who's a very big criminal. Our police station is active, and if they commit any crime, then well, we are going to catch them, hopefully. But until then, I guess we're going to get a bunch of messages about it. More gravel, that's fine. You are taking fuel for deliveries to gas stations, that's also fine. And it looks like, yeah, we don't need a loading platform. This is enough for now. We're finding quite a bit of fuel. Once these parking lots are up, we are going to relocate these parking lots, especially the residential parked cars. And these ones can already be relocated to maybe a parking lot on this side, and then all of these could be demolished for redevelopment. I hope that these parking lots work and everyone can get to everything they need to. Probably not the dance hall. Maybe. Might be possible. Snapping point. Alright, and that one needs to go. It's in the way. These are from the previous parking lots. Damn it. That's not going to be enough. Anyway. So that one is going to become a road. Asphalt. Since we can't connect the footpath here, we'll turn this into an asphalt road with no motor vehicles being allowed to go that way. In and out. At least that's the plan. So this road is mostly like a footpath kind of deal, not an actual road. Can't remove you, I don't know why. So much traffic. But yeah, we'll have to connect this as well. I guess I could make this a short road segment and then have footpaths going in. Nope, doesn't work. It has to connect to this road, otherwise it won't work. But we have to get rid of that snapping point for that. Another traffic jam. I wonder where. So cars from up here are trying to... I don't know why they're trying to drive through there, but... looks like we will have to force them onto the regular road and disallow traffic through here. Because we have traffic coming in from here and traffic coming in from here and then trying to exit this way, and apparently it's not working. That should have the priority. You had no priority. And now you're cutting back into... Jesus Christ. You're 41. Still don't know how to drive. Jesus. Alright. Residential buildings under construction. If we remove all of this and develop it into double parking lots on either side, get rid of all of these residential buildings. Probably. Then we can also redo the roads. I don't know what the people are lacking here. We do have our city hall up, but we don't have enough workers. But once enough workers enter, we can maybe take a look and see what the problem is. Some of the parking lots do have access to this workplace. So maybe they'll find it. Okay, now we have cars running out of fuel on this parking lot. And that means that these ones do not have access to these gas stations. Because they have to go all the way through here. And they were actually using the gas station on that end. Which is annoying. But I think that's fine. We are going to resume using that one then. And reassign the fuel distribution. Yeah, we don't have any way to cross from here over onto a left-hand turn, which is maybe the more interesting thing. They all have to drive through here to turn to the left if they want to get out of this area. A bridge could solve that. Or a tunnel. If we had a tunnel connection through here and into the parking lot area, then they could exit and get to the gas station and get back in here. And they only have to do a right-hand turn to get into this area. I don't know how much traffic that would go through this tunnel, but I think this is going to be something that is acceptable. We hook this up to so many little junctions. as a replacement for this road, maybe. So the tunnel goes in through here. The tunnel would be sort of like here. Sure. Only. So what you're saying is that this tunnel is not deep enough. We were fine with the tunnel before, but I guess I went down first. And then I turned in. And that was okay. So we have a tunnel for people to get out of this area and turn into that direction if they really want to, instead of going all the way back into this area. And now that we have that, maybe after we can try the gas station again to disable and remove it. I wonder how much traffic this is going to get rid of. I don't know how many people are working from Rovodima inside the heating plant area. Should you move citizens here automatically? I don't think so. People should be allowed to move naturally into that building, because I think there are still issues. Also, the heat exchanger hasn't been rebuilt yet, so we're still waiting on the pipe and the heat exchanger itself. A few prisoners, not a lot of wardens. I really wish you would do your job. Let's crank that up to 10. Because I think we're getting like less than 50%, and less than 50% of 5 is 2. Now we should get around 5 wardens, 4 to 5 wardens most of the time. Still no fuel. Oh, I guess we might have fuel inside this tank now, and it doesn't load because it... not that one, that one. No, we don't have fuel in here either. Okay, interesting. So apparently we're not making more fuel than we are consuming. Still making more oil than we are consuming, because we don't have many people working inside the refinery. Another residential building could increase the amount of workers. I should really redo this footpath. Footpath is something I wanted to do, yeah. too narrow. Okay. Well then, guess we'll have to do something like that. As an alternative. I'll see a lot of people walking along this road over here into that area, but also into the bus stop. And once that one has been completed, we can get rid of this footpath, I think. Heat exchanger being built. Road crane on its way. There's traffic piling up here. Need to assign priority roads here. I think 3 and 4 should be the priority, the loop around. And you have priority going into the loop, I guess. If some car decides to go that way, then the looping cars have priority. Do I need to turn that one into traffic lights? Probably. Let's make that a 20 interval intersection. And that one as well. Oh, that's not a one-way road yet. There we go. I removed that, I think, for construction purposes. Now it should flow better. These loyalty warnings from villages are getting so tedious. I can deactivate them globally, but not for this area itself. Anyway, we'll have our heat exchanger back. The pipe still needs construction. It has been fully dug out, so just resource deliveries and building, I guess. Shouldn't take too long. The dance hall is not very popular. But at least it is an option. Residential building almost done, heat exchanger done, pipe yet to be built. Vehicles are bringing a ton of resources here. So hopefully we'll see some improvements soon. Let's maybe grab some people and move them into this building to see how it behaves. How they are going to adjust. Yeah, I know happiness is low. I know I just relocated you here and that's not that great. But bear with me. Maybe it's going to be okay. Probably not. Get a footpath here so they have easier access to these parking spaces. Right now they can't reach... I guess they can reach everything. Yeah. 340 meters maximum. But still, have a footpath on this side I guess is going to be okay. I don't know about this area yet. Kinda want to tear everything down and redo it. Okay, that footpath is done, meaning that this one is now gone. And university has access to both residential buildings in this area. And that's all I really needed. I guess we're going to build this one. And see if it does okay. Criminals, go into here. More traffic jam. Oh right, you can't get out of here. That is important. You are important, so you have actually priority before the other cars. I don't know why you don't get the priority right now, but you should have it. Thank you. It's basically our water supply for everything. That's one of the roads that should get it. Didn't rebuild the technical service. Could do it, but it's working, so why should I? Parking lots are taking quite a while. This road is done, which is nice to see. This one, I don't know if we ever get to remove this snapping point. Could do the whole thing with the traffic signal again. That's an easy way. If it works. It doesn't work. I don't know what's wrong with that one. That's somewhat annoying, actually. So annoying, in fact. And I'm going to bulldoze that and rebuild it. Yeah, there's quite the amount of vehicles using this. Unless they're just driving this way because it's shorter. Yeah, they're just driving along here because it's shorter. That is not the intention. But I don't know how to change that. I could make them turn left here, go into this from that side and go back out here, but then it's kind of wasted. What if I force a really low speed limit here? Does that discourage? Oh, I guess it's because I made this dirt road, maybe. Maybe that causes it. Discourage the speed going into the gas station, I guess. Happiness 37%. Food, sport, pub, meat, culture. So basically the people in here can't get to where they need to go. There's quite a few cars available, so you should have access to those and the option to drive into town. Now, I assume there's enough parking lots available. That's really bad. This is going to turn into a traffic light intersection, I think, with the amount of vehicles we might be having coming out of this parking lot area. No motor vehicles here. Just footpath access. People are leaving this building. Well, let's take a look. 75% food, no culture. No food, no culture. You're currently at home, but you're not going to a parking lot to try and do anything. You're working, free time, at home. Working, free time. You are actually traveling. Those parking lots, man. Well, I don't think I can get the traffic under control. But we'll still see if the parking lot consolidation in the upper section with only one entry, one exit helps. These different parking lots with all having their individual entry and exit is not good. I thought it would be. I was wrong. This seems to work a little bit better. Priority is getting vehicles out of the intersection, so you have the right of way. And You have the right of way. Let's do a left-hand turn for priority instead. Ah, it's so bad. People in here are decently happy. They are okay. They have to get into town to get everything they need anyway, as well, as except sport. But they're doing okay. How many people are complaining about sport here? 6 of them. I mean, a local football field is something that we can arrange. That is something that should not be a problem. Okay, a lot of people are now going to walk directly into these construction sites because I have not set limitations for any of them. So we are going to stop that by also disallowing pedestrians. So they will not be able to reach these parking lots anymore. And we can do most of the construction and resource deliveries before enabling construction. And then they can finish the rest of the parking lot that cannot be done by machinery. You are decently happy, but your population count is decreasing. I'm going to get another parking lot in here and see how if that will change things. Maybe 2. Is better. So we can keep going that way with the road if we want to, and the parking lots are not directly connected to it. There shouldn't be a lot of traffic here, but you never know how it develops. Construction of this residential building has also started. Let's decrease the amount of workers walking into that one, because we can't limit it like we did with the parking lots. And once all resources are here, it will finish fast anyway. Hopefully we'll finish the asphalt road soon. Need some workers in this area. All of these roads are too short, so let's get those hooked up. Oh yeah, and the tunnel construction, of course. That is also a thing that's going to happen. Slowly. No traffic issues right now, but it's mainly for access to the gas stations. The other way without the whole tunnel would have been just making a road here that turns into this road, and then they have access to that gas station. But I also kind of want them to be able to get back into town a little bit better than going through this whole area here. There's no way to turn around other than going through the whole loop thing. And this tunnel would allow them to do that. Whereas this road wouldn't change that. Not a lot of workers here. Oh, I guess the other building you need to work at is here. The tennis playground. Otherwise we're relying on people driving here to send a worker, and that's kind of ridiculous. I don't know if we have enough cars for everyone around here yet. I don't think so. All of them are already assigned. I am tempted to relocate the cars from these parking lots into this area up here. I'm just gonna buy a few more. And yes, still the same car. There's not going to be any diversity, variety, no color, except for like specialized vehicles like our blue construction vehicles, yellow prisoner transports, black student transports, and red secret police. There's nothing here. If we could produce them and sell them to our population, I would do that, but I can't do that with like the purchasing. There is no purchase with random color option, so we're just gonna go gray Trabants. Done. I'm still going through the gas station like crazy. Minimum speed is 30. I didn't know that was a drive-through building. As in, you can drive through it even if you don't intend to use it. That's new information for me. Okay, we have enough people working in the city hall now, so we can take a look at our statistics. Well, this village town had a few deaths and escapes compared to its birth rate. Maybe we can help it recover. Most likely though, no comment. Yeah, the only thing this is using and producing is water and wastewater. And we only had a few crimes that were not solved before we built the police station, I guess. Other than that, productivity is quite low because loyalty and happiness is quite low. I don't have any loyalty boosting buildings in this area, I guess. Maybe that is something I need to do. Boost loyalty. I have been getting the loyalty warning messages for a while and ignoring them. Because I thought we could just move people in here that are happy to live inside a village area, but that seems to not be the case. Centralized, yeah, that's... I think it's not going to be centralized if I put it here, but maybe here, next to the police station. Or can we fit it onto this area? Yes, we can. Main intersection. There. Start with loyalty boosting measures. Maybe that's all that was missing. Maybe people were unhappy because they turned disloyal and every little bit got them annoyed. Who knows? I did have a loyalty plague down here. So that building was doing a little bit better. But the building next to the heating plant was doing quite well without any loyalty boosting gadgets. I guess it was in range of the Soviet Star here. Maybe that was all that was necessary, who knows. We'll find out. Almost done with the normal road again. After which we can get rid of the dirt road, hopefully. I like the traffic outside of town. These trumpet interchanges make it look quite nice. And since it was like not a predefined blueprint, we had to set up everything manually, link it with like traffic signs and traffic lights. Kind of makes it even more enjoyable compared to city skylines where, yes, you can design it manually yourself, but I don't know. Watching the vehicles go there and build it up themselves adds that extra bit of flair, I guess. Okay, just need to flatten out the last section and then everything is done. We can remove the dirt road and go back to asphalt. The residential building has all it needs, so increase the amount of workers being allowed to directly walk onto the construction site to finish it rapidly. Still no fuel in here. Where is the fuel going? Seriously. We can't be producing exactly enough to not have it pump into into the train area at least a little bit. There might be a fuel truck leaving right now to pick up some fuel so it doesn't happen again. Once this reaches 1,500 tons, any excess fuel should head into the train itself. And we are producing relatively rapidly. I mean, not compared to what the building can do, but to fill up 4 tons shouldn't be difficult. Of course, I activated a building construction of a new residential building up here that drew away a considerable amount of workers, so it might slow down. But any excess fuel now should head into the train area. And there's a fuel truck. Okay, so I guess there's a little bit of fuel. I guess we were just on the cusp of producing enough fuel that we were also using. Interesting. Well, we have our new residential building up and people have already moved into it. We can access all the things. No pedestrians, no motor vehicles. Still need more resources delivered. But we are getting some parking lots built. So what's the walking distance now here? You can reach the shopping center, you can reach the school, kindergarten, doesn't matter. You can reach the cinema, you can't reach the dance hall from here. Residential building can't reach anything because we have the road blocked off. Let's allow pedestrians to walk up here now, it's fine. And also remove the snapping point. If we can. Thank you. So now, can you reach parking lots? You can't. You should be. Yeah, you can. You can reach them. The dirt road can be removed. Oh. Stop going over the dirt road, it's not helpful. Alright, let's do it this way, and then that one. So parking lots are coming online. We need to provide footpath access to the area. Maybe shorten walking distances a little bit. Relocate vehicles that are used by this residential building. These ones should only use this area. We'll see if that's enough to improve traffic flow. We could leave like 2 of these high throughput parking lots here for visitors without having any people that live in this area be allowed to use them. That's something we could do. But for now we're going to clean up this area. I think that traffic entering the city should maybe try and have the priority right now. Because you can drive onto the left lane if you were really urgently trying to get in here. Or you could just disappear, I guess. Every time we have a switch between the green phases, there's a little bit of room to let some vehicles through. Question is if it will be enough. Or if we run into another traffic jam and we have to switch it back. Oh my god, there was an accident. Oh my god, the humanity. Oh no. The chaos. Something's not right here. I have the feeling something is not right. Let me maybe save that as something for someone to have a look at. Because that is quite interesting. Alright. We will turn this into a regular intersection again, with the priority road being the straight lane. Because there doesn't seem to be that much traffic. I don't know what's going on here. I think it's something to do with this point being close to the bridge, but yeah, I have no idea. Maybe it's because of these the traffic signs. They really do not like this area very much. Kind of in favor of putting down a tunnel to avoid this. Anyway. I should enable traffic laws again on that intersection. People are moving out. Let's see if we can make them stay. We still need our football field and the star. Hello, Cohen. Oh yes, progress. Oh wow, progress. We made a car jump. How do you like our traffic condensing system? I guess we can call it. But yeah, we have a lot of people in cars. I guess we haven't used any public transportation anymore in a long time. Except for some of the students going to school do have a transport. It's not a bus, it's a transport. It's listed under the bus category, but that's a mislabeling, I think. That's how I'm justifying it. Unable to reach. One of the vehicles is stuck somewhere. Basically, we've learned a few things about parking lots, and I'm trying to, right now, relegate all of the existing parking lots into another structure and see if that solves our traffic issues. And these parking lots will be demolished with all of the cars on top of them. No one allowed here anymore. My hope is that traffic throughput will be improved. Not sure. Yeah, we run into the issue now where the roundabout is clogging up because we're not letting cars in the inner loop do the loop first. We're moving in more vehicles before others can leave. And this intersection is still the main problem for all of this. I wonder if a small roundabout could solve that, but roundabouts didn't seem to work very well for us. Alright, let's switch the priority road back to the inner loop first, so they can clear all the traffic out of this area. A lot of the traffic right now is from relocating vehicles, which shouldn't take too long, I hope. This footpath is obsolete. You will have to take that one. It's a longer walking distance, but it is still possible. And here we are going to clear out any vehicle just by giving them right of way. And once they're all gone, we can remove the road. Still driving through the gas station, even though they don't need to refuel. Or do they? Some of them aren't refueling. You arrive here, you should refuel, right? I guess I could have this be the entrance to the parking lot and this be the exit, instead of everything going to a central road. I wonder if that would help with traffic. so they don't have to use the same intersection here. And this would, I guess, then be a no traffic road? I guess it is just for refueling. No, it should be no traffic. No motor vehicles allowed to go this way. Cars can still drive in here, but it shouldn't happen anymore if they decide to enter the area from over here. It's not a one-way road for no reason. That should definitely be a one-way road. As should that. So what am I going to do with the gas station? I could relocate the gas station into this area up here, so it's off the main road and it doesn't create another junction point. I'm still waiting for the tunnel to be built, which is a pretty long tunnel. Waiting on workers over here. 100 people per tunnel maximum. Seems to be okay. Why is everything slowing down here? It's like a rolling traffic jam. They're slowing down. They're only going onto one lane. Which I guess is fine, otherwise they would have trouble leaving this area again. If only the cars that want to go straight go into the left-hand lane, that's okay. We still have these parking lots that we need to deal with. I think the parking lots for cars visiting this area are probably going to be next to the university instead of that area. Although it's not really problematic to have them here. I would just like for them to face inward, so we only have one intersection for all three of them. And it's easier to redesign that in a new empty location. You can't get out of here. I don't know why you are in here. I guess you're bringing students in this area. There's not a lot of traffic coming that way, so we'll give it the right-of way. Because it is also responsible for our food and alcohol deliveries. Why are you going that way though? To the warehouse. Are you going that way to buy food? Because that's not how you're supposed to do that. That's just for deliveries to the commercial district, not to buy it. I guess I can't really designate that. But yeah, there's not that much traffic. So having this one be the opposite priority is going to be okay. Parking lots are coming online. Yep, heating problem, it's getting cold. The heating pipe should be on its way. I guess they haven't brought any workers here yet, so might as well assign that for construction. Otherwise the people in this building are going to leave relatively quickly. It's October. I thought that one would get built by now. It's increased priority. Cars from this direction entering this area is also a problem, which I haven't thought about with the whole tunnel situation. I just thought about cars coming from this area and leaving here. There might be people coming from this direction, trying to park in this area. And they can't. Which I guess is unfortunate. But building another huge tunnel seems to be concerning. Another parallel tunnel. This could be a tunnel that goes basically both directions. Have cars enter and have cars exit. Yep, I'm going to change that. So we have the tunnel come up here. Yeah, the tunnel is above terrain at some stages, that's how it is supposed to be. We'll have the tunnel come up here. Careful. And hook it up with a road going into the tunnel and a road coming out of the tunnel. I think all these wires and everything is in the way. The electric wires. Alright, let's maybe do the entry first. Yeah, that's too steep. That's too short. We have learned that intersections will look larger than they need to be, but that's fine. The tunnel is supposed to be above terrain. It is intentional. And then we have an access road coming out of here. Which will be one way. And then they can turn right or come out of the tunnel and turn right. And then this tunnel can be used in both directions. People from the village can come in here, park, work, or I guess play football. But to leave they can drive out into the tunnel and go back to town. And in the other direction, people from these parking lots can come this way, take this tunnel, do stuff, and to drive back, they drive back onto this road and take this tunnel back onto this road. So we hook up this area with an option to go in either direction. And hopefully it'll work. Hello CEO Wheel, can you make tunnel intersections? No, I don't think so. I mean, you can cross them, you can go underneath them, but you can't join them. They are not... It's not possible to make an intersection underground. So... It's not possible for me to hook anything else up here. It's not... doesn't work. Yep. The other thing that is sad is that you can have traffic signs inside tunnels, but I don't think you can't have signals in tunnels yet either. I don't have a train tunnel in this, but I do remember my super long train tunnel in the previous game. So I think this is going to be an acceptable solution. Traffic over here could be quite extensive. It shouldn't be, there's not a lot of stuff here. I just want all the vehicles that drive through here to just not go into town and reduce traffic in this area. That's my hope. And then we might be able to remove this gas station for good. Because people coming from here can use this gas station and turn around and drive back. The people living in Roveduma have this gas station, the people living in the commercial district have this gas station. It's just that the people living near the heating plant had no real gas station in the vicinity if that one was deactivated, because to get to this gas station they would have to drive all the way across here, past this, and turn around. So this one was the closest gas station and they still had to go around here, and their gas station distance ended around here. So they couldn't reach it. Cars moving in here, I guess that's fine. You can take any corner entering, but there's only one way to leave. We still have these rolling traffic jams at some point. I wonder if it's like the pedestrian crossing, because they're slowing for that. Maybe I should make an overpass here. Maybe that helps with like traffic. I might not ever have had enough pedestrians crossing a road, or like I haven't had enough traffic on a road where that actually had mattered, because I always thought, okay, they would just drive through each other. But maybe there's a point where it could actually slow down the traffic. I don't know. Oh, a tunnel. Tunnels are neat. You can hook up the tunnels network to other things as well. Could have a tunnel entrance here, and then a tunnel exit on somewhere in here. Like here. I like tunnels. Pedestrian tunnels are relatively quick to build. So over here we still have people parking in this area, which is nice. They can't get to the shopping... Oh, that's cars, sorry. They can get to the shopping center and the cinema. Not the hospital, though. The hospital is accessible to most of the parking lots, but not all of them. Footpath to the hospital. From here to the parking lots could be an option. I know we can't get there because reasons. We can, however, make an underpass to get to the parking lots. And then have a tunnel come out on this side. Oh, my snapping doesn't work anymore. Oh no, it does. Okay, it does. It just doesn't here because there's no room. So we could have the pedestrian tunnel come out on this side. Enter here. Exit here. Sometimes other constructions like heating pipes, etc. get in the way. Thankfully that is not the case right now. Traffic seems to have improved a little bit. I'm not sure if we are going to run into issues with like people not being able to get to work or get a car. We have some unemployment in this area, but that's okay. Some unemployment is acceptable. This building is slowly filling up with people living here. School is doing okay. The indoor swimming pool will need more people working here so people can fulfill their need for sport. And the cinema has enough workers anyway. Traffic over here seems to be okay as well. No traffic issues in this area. There's a decent amount of vehicles moving in and out, but every traffic light change gets all of them through, which is nice. Things seem to be clearing up traffic-wise. We still have these 3 parking lots that might need a reworking. I don't think they need to be high throughput parking lots. That is maybe not necessary. And we have the option to move more parking lots into this area. I want to get the pedestrian footpaths up and see what the walking distances are like after. I would like for the hospital to be accessible by all of the parking lots up there. And then maybe we can increase population slowly. Looks like the heating got solved. Heating pipe is done. Still have people living here. Cars are still available to take. Couldn't get electronics, pub, culture. Now that the other parking lots have been removed, the pub is still accessible to a lot of parking lots, so that should not be a problem. I think traffic is looking really good. Maybe I can get a snowplow or two for this area to clear the roundabout, but we do have a speed limit in place. Water and sewage are doing okay. All of the sewage trucks are currently seemingly busy. I don't know where they are. That's okay. You're dealing with that one. And you are dealing with a sewage tank as well. Over there. So those technical service trucks seem to have to... I guess that one was maybe just refueling. Another reason to get rid of this gas station, so they just take the gas stations out here. Well, yeah, things are flowing pretty well right now. Of course, there's the potential for another huge traffic disaster. I don't think this tunnel could cause that. At least on this side it looks fine. I'm not sure how much traffic is trying to go through this tunnel entrance at some point. But since it's not an intersection all the way until here, there's a potential for a huge traffic line before it creates issues on this side. And even then, this area shouldn't really be prone to any issues, I think. But you never know. Main road, the lane. This one will be a siding as a one-way road eventually, once everything here gets built. Yeah, population is increasing. Up to 60 workers. We did not move anyone in here. They are not complaining about anything yet. They're happy. Our heating is holding. It's minus 12 degrees. We don't have a lot of workers in here, but it is holding. Heat exchanger is doing okay. Nothing can go wrong. It's fine. Everything is fine. I was wondering if I should hook up like a train station for people, but if we can do everything with cars, I will continue going that way. And we will see if we can push up to 10,000 people with just cars. The oil refinery doesn't have a lot of space for parking lots around it. But a lot of those are also not used yet. We can relocate these construction offices further away inwards here, and then use this area for more parking lots, I guess. That could be an option. Our train has loaded a little bit of fuel. That's nice. Looks like we're using more fuel than we are producing. Still no imports, we're far from it. But at some point we should get our production capacity back. Maybe as our population grows, more people can take a car and just drive through the refinery. This is like prime parking territory to get to the refinery, because it's like a very easy exit out of town and entry, bypassing all of the bad intersection right to the next to the hospital. You can move once an ambulance decides that they have to help someone, then they will turn on. Right now. Now you get pushed out of the way. See? Ambulances are helping. But yeah, the heating plant seems to be working with less workers than before. I don't know how that is. Maybe we didn't have the consistency before. And now we have a continuous amount of workers just being available here. A lot of new cars have arrived, 3 of which have already been assigned, so population in this building seems to be doing fairly okay. Minus maybe loyalty. Speaking of loyalty, Soviet Star still needs construction. Not enough workers here. Loyalty. Yeah, we are working on that. I think, like, loyalty in this village or town might be more important because sometimes they might just get into a traffic jam and not get their needs fulfilled, what they need. And then, if the loyalty is really low, they might just decide to emigrate. I don't want to build any shopping centers in this. I want this to be a village, and I want this to be the commercial district of that village. Even though there's way more people living in the commercial district than the village right now. I guess it is a village, it's not a town anymore. Oh yeah. Going pretty okay. That building seems to be recovering as well. Parking lots haven't been constructed yet, but they're on their way. Shouldn't send any workers directly here. I mean, it doesn't happen because I assigned this building to its destinations explicitly. You can finish that one because it already has all of the resources necessary. And that one does as well. So you can finish these two buildings. Progress is still slow. We're learning a lot with the... Basically, we're learning a lot about traffic engineering. Maybe not realistic, but how we should do it in this game. And there's potentially a few more things that we could optimize. But so far, doesn't look half bad anymore. Even this inner loop seems to be not overworked anymore, now that we have relocated our parking lots into a nice little grid. I still don't see a use for the little parking lots yet. I don't like how they have like such a large road connection for just such a little parking lot. But I guess you could fit them anywhere and then they might work. And I did use one of them here. And that's how they look. For our asphalt and concrete plant. And they work most of the time. As I said, we don't have enough workers going to the oil refinery right now. I don't even know where most of them are going. There's not a lot of unemployment here, so 3 in this one, 4 in total. 5 unemployed people. Is that listed here somewhere? I don't think so. Well, that building also doesn't have enough workers, it looks like. Where are all the workers going? Heating plant is also struggling with workers. They must be somewhere. Maybe we should reduce the amount of people going to the university a little bit. Or just research more. Let's reduce the amount of workers here by 25%. Crime is on the up. I think we still have enough to deal with everything. But maybe we should increase the amount of workers here. We're running like 25% of maximum capacity. And if our population is continuing to grow with the new residential building, it's probably for the best if I increase that to 50% workers. Plus I just freed up a bunch inside the university, so should be okay. The heat exchanger is slowly decreasing, but it should still be okay. But we are at the start of December and temperatures are now starting to drop relatively far. Building temperatures are holding. Yeah, why don't we get that many workers into the oil refinery anymore? Are there like some construction tasks? Oh, I guess I know why. Because of maybe the tunnel constructions. No? Never mind. They are not working on the tunnels. And we don't have any workers waiting here anymore either. I don't know. Some people left. Not a lot, but some left. Kindergarten. Kindergarten is not a general issue, right? That's 12. 19 would be about 7 workspaces unoccupied. And it will become more as the new residential building fills up, so a new kindergarten is something that we will have to build. I didn't look, but I think it has access to everything. Water, sewage, heating, and electricity. All present, so should be okay. I don't think we have any issues with the electricity network. We're oversupplied on everything. Still have a lot of capacity left. Yeah. Oh yeah, I guess I could check the overlay where workers are, so... Low education. A lot of people at home, sure. There's not a lot of people over here. Maybe we increase the amount of workplaces inside the commercial district to the point where they don't have to travel outside anymore to find work. But I did place another residential building, so that doesn't quite make sense to me. And we have people in here doing things. Are they all traveling to this star? No. There's 5 people here, but it's not that many. A lot of university-educated people building that star. And university education... It's good to see a high saturation on that. A few people inside the refinery. Should have more inside the asphalt and concrete plant, really. Those are like our critical infrastructures. Fuel is decreasing now. Maybe if I provide more vehicles, they would drive to the refinery again. That's 32 new cars for people to take and drive places in our new parking lot area. Should have everything accessible, even the village. They're free to make up their mind where they want to go. But that's going to be it for now. I'm going to put a cut in here and take a break. Need to grab some food. We have achieved very good traffic, I would say, for what it is. I don't see any traffic jams anymore right now. They might still come. A lot of people are driving around. Maybe people have reduced the traffic issues because they have found workplaces in their close vicinities. But we'll find out once this building gets like full of workers and has to find workplaces in different areas. They should go take a car and drive somewhere. And if we have like people waiting at the bus platform, then we know we can either buy more cars or just do more construction work, I guess. But yeah, as I said, thank you very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed the stream. Have a good rest to your Wednesday afternoon, and maybe I'll see you next time. Have a good Thursday. Thank you, Cereal. People don't have to know. But yeah, thank you for correcting. Have a good Thursday afternoon.